Hello, I'm Jerry Ford, the Beer Review Guy. I don't know if I'm showing this. I already reviewed this. It's Habit. This is just a little chat. You know, it's funny, routines. You get into a routine. I've always been routine oriented, so if something happens, or if my routine is changed up in any way, I'll forget something. And that was this morning. My wife got up earlier than what she usually does, and I'm getting ready for her to go to work, and I don't usually have to take the trash out, but it was full, so I took it out. So there was that. My wife had me get a cricket out of the tub. Just little things like that, and I ended up forgetting to get my badge, my notebook, my pens, my markers, my screwdriver, all that stuff I have in my pocket, and my keys to get into my office and other doors. I got all the way to work and went to go in the front door. Got to unlock it to get in there, and I had nothing on me. I just drove 8 miles to work. I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. This is Friday. It's not supposed to be like a Monday. So I texted her and told her that I was having to come back. We had that Life 360. So it would ping her, and she'd see that I'm leaving again and heading back home. So she'd be like, why is he coming back home? Is he okay? So I'd just let her know. But anyway, had to drive all the way back home, get that stuff, and drive back. So of course I'm like 45 minutes late. I went down, those of you that are familiar with Tulsa, I'm just going to use the references anyway. I went down Riverside to 91st. I don't usually go that way, but I didn't have time for all these stoplights that I hit trying to get to work. And I went past 91st and Yale, and I looked down and I see this liquor store down there. It says Primo's. I was like, I don't remember that one. I don't think I've ever been to that one. So I was trying to remember it, I said over and over again, Primo's, 91st and Yale. Primo's, 91st and Yale. Primo's, 91st and Yale. Primo's, 91st and Yale. All the way to work, so I wouldn't forget. Because if I don't say it and something happens, I'll be like, oh crap, what was that? Primo's? Was it Yale? Or was it Harvard? Which one was it? That's what getting old in my family means. Forgetful. So I was like, okay. When I got to work, I wrote it down. I was like, this is Friday. I just got paid. I think I'm going to go by there on the way home to see what it's like. So that's what I did today. I went by there. Went in. Looked around. It was a nice, clean, organized store. Looked really, really nice. And, excuse me, I saw in the picture on Facebook that it looked like they had a pick six, and sure enough, they had a pick six. There wasn't much there, but what was impressive was that every beer that I looked at, expecting them to be just like any other pick six, I expected them to be a year old. All the ones that had a date, they were all this year. So I was like, wow, this is impressive, I was like, and he had a bunch of Oktoberfest stuff, singles, and I don't usually get a whole lot of Oktoberfest when it gets around towards October, because I have to buy a whole 6-pack of it. And he had a crap load of singles of Oktoberfest stuff, so I just grabbed like almost 12 of them. I got two 12 packs of the Pick Sixes. They were $10.99 a 6-pack. So come to like $22, $23 with tax. I was like, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. I don't usually find enough Pick Sixes to get two 12-packs. And so yeah, I just used half of my budget. So if I want to go somewhere else, maybe next week, find something else. I could have got 4 6-packs of the Pick Sixes, but there wasn't like that many different ones. Anyway, so yeah, I looked around a little bit more, but didn't see really anything else. I think it caught him off guard, the man that worked there. I was the only one in there. He just chatted with this one person for a little while about football or something, and that guy left, and I went up and I said, "You have a really nice store," and he acted like he didn't know what to say to that. Finally, he said, "Thank you," and I said, "It's very impressive in here how clean this is and organized, and I was surprised to see you had a Pick Six selection because those are rare." And he just he didn't. It's like he either didn't want to talk, or he just wasn't used to compliments in there or something. I don't know, but it was kind of awkward. But he was friendly, but it's just kind of awkward situation. But overlooking that, it's a nice store, and the Pick Six. He said that around this time of year, he puts out a lot of the Oktoberfest or something, so people can have get singles of Oktoberfest to try, and I really appreciated hearing that, because he might be somebody that I can work with a little bit with other stuff, like if he's willing to break up 6-packs. I've only had really one liquor store that did that for me, but that liquor store is just right down the street for me, and they ended up being a dud. So, I mean, it was nice that they break the 6-packs up for me, but they just, I gave them my number to call me about whether or not they could get a certain beer for me. I didn't get no call or nothing. So, I mean, even just to let me know that, no, they can't get it for me, just to be, a considerate thing to do. So, yeah, I don't have a beer review to do today because I didn't have anything new. I got some now, but they're not cold, so maybe Sunday evening or something, or maybe tomorrow night or something, afternoon, I can do something. But I gave one of my beer review cards, told him what I do. Didn't have much to say about that. So what else? My boss let me go home early today because he said I'd been working my butt off, and I do all the time. So yeah, Oktoberfest, they're a pretty interesting beer. I mean, just like any other style, there's good ones and there's bad ones. So I don't know what I'm going to run into, but we've been having a lot of rain here lately. A lot of rain. It's cloudy right now, but it's not supposed to rain. But it still could. This is Oklahoma. So, a big dragonfly right there. I think I saw an owl this morning, early this morning, fly over, you know, across the street from one tree to the next. I've never heard of hawks, you know, excuse me again. I never heard of hawks flying at night like that, so that's what I'm thinking is an owl. It was big. Kind of wasting a little time here. My wife is at Walmart. I have to help her unload the car. So if I hear her pull in, I'm going to have to stop the video. Anybody watching any different shows lately? I started watching Alien Earth. Have you seen that? It's kind of a little off side video or something, or video, side movie, show. It's a show from Alien, you know, Alien Universe movies, you know. So the alien ends up being on Earth because someone took a species, the alien species from a planet, and then he crash landed on Earth and way in the future. There's androids and then there's synthetic beings. So it's weird. It's a little different, but it's interesting. You gotta check it out if you like those kinds of movie shows. I think there's just one season of it. What else? Oh, I think someone's here. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good weekend. And we'll see you on the next one.